Oh, the recording's fucked. That's great. Oh, there we go. Cool. Hi. It's been a while. Haven't exactly been in VC. If you're subscribed because of Rumble, I will drop an update to interactive tutorials soon, but this is for my Crusalis audience, whatever that may be. Most people probably aren't watching. Figured I would talk while I play, just, survival. I don't know, I kinda like the vibe of playing survival while yapping. So, oh god, everything's fucked. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Jesus, okay. Whatever. So, I haven't been very active as of late. Some of you might have noticed. That obviously is a combination of it being summer, so I don't really play games on summer. I'm in Greece and I want to enjoy the time in Greece. So I'm far less active, doing far less stuff. So, but yeah, the new iteration is launched. Where the hell was skin customization? I'm actually stupid. Cool. So, I'm gonna beat around the bush a lot. This is completely unscripted. Even now that the iteration has started, I haven't been very active, and that's not just summer. It is also because Salis hasn't been that fun as of late. It's just after a few iterations you sort of get burned out and whatnot. So I haven't really been playing Crusalis at all. I remember I logged on to 2 wars during World War One, and I can't tell if it's just being in Venovia or me just not liking the game anymore, but it was pretty boring. It really was. Huh. That looks pretty nice. So, yeah, sort of just, when you don't like a game, you just sort of stop playing without even thinking about it. And it's been like that. It's also that most of the people that I used to talk to have kind of just left. They're all just, they've moved on to better things, as I should probably. I miss talking to Boyman and VC and AOD too, and Creeper, and just building our own little nation. And then I would grind for hours and nobody else would grind, and all the sets would be because of me. And we'd lose war anyway, but it was its own kind of fun. That was the charm of Chrysalis to me. Just being in a small nation, knowing everyone. Not the modern strategy of just having 5,000 giganations with 5 bajillion people. And then it loses its charm when a bunch of people are in VC screaming over each other and no one's personality really seeps through other than the leader. It's just kind of whatever, I miss talking with the Link and Nuke when our nation was 20 people, and that was a mid-sized nation back then. And then I left them and I joined Korea, and then I would talk to Kart and Nix and Mokas, The funnest part was Creeper, who sort of just stuck through with me for so long until Japan, where got kicked out of the nation. You know, even since then it had started to become pretty lame. Sort of played less, was far less interested in the geopolitics of the stuff. Let me turn down the music. I like its vibe, but it's getting too loud. Also, let me turn on the render distance a bit. Much better. So, yeah, I don't know, it just like, it feels like iteration after iteration, it slowly loses its charm. And then once you become a developer and you have to manage stuff and you know how all the plugins work, it also kind of ruins it. So it's been, oh god, my FPS is terrible. I don't have any performance mods in 1.27. So, yeah, it's sort of just, it's been slowly running out. And then I sort of switched to just developing and talking to people and making mods, but the community is just so annoying. Like, I don't really sit in VC with people, so I don't get like the positive interactions and having fun and messing around. And all I get is this like swarm of 14-year-olds screaming for me to do stuff when they're the most useless things on this planet. And it's like, Oreo fix your mod is like funny the first time, it's funny the second time, maybe even the third time, not even close. But you know, it just gets so repetitive, you know? So I sort of stopped talking because it's just annoying. And that's roughly where I am today. After that, I joined the Rumble community almost full time, which is a community based around the VR game. And I can't say I looked back. It's like the polar opposite of the Chrysalis community, with everyone being so chill and so fun to talk to. And we'll just like get in parks and mess around with stuff and laugh. You know, so I've been spending less and less time playing on Chrysalis, interacting with people, because there's just funner and more productive things to do. Like work on Chrysalis. This doesn't mean that I will be like fully leaving Chrysalis. I still love like doing the kind of dev stuff. Creating plugins is still super fun, and it teaches me new stuff about development to this day. But there's just a lot of things, you know. It's really not the same. It just feels toxic and unfun and unenjoyable. You know, there's still some very cool people, but it's like, it's hard to get them in an isolated environment without all the bullshit that comes with Chrysalis stuff. Oh, I get how people can enjoy this server. It's just, what the fuck was that? Okay. I have like 4 mods installed and they're all utility, so that probably wasn't Slenderman. Those leaves are trippy. Never seen that in Minecraft before. It's probably the particles. Ah, Jesus. So yeah, it's really just, I don't know. It's not it. It hasn't been for a while. And then, since I now have zero attachment, like gameplay wise, and zero attachment community wise, like everyone could hate me and I will probably still not give much of a fuck. I sort of do whatever the hell I want now. right? Because before I like, huh, what dye do these give? Yellow. That's cool. So before I like, I still was attached to like the download amount and always tried to advertise and always cared if people downloaded my mod and if it was growing, whatnot. But then, you know, then I realized, what does getting more downloads get me? It gets me more children screaming at me to make more and like fix errors that don't exist and just nothing really, like nothing of value. And then I started to make mods for Rumble, and like the 20 downloads that I get on Rumble are 10 times worth, 10 times more. I can't English today. They're like, to me at least, they're worth 10 times more than one Chrysalis download. Because, you know, they're just like fun people and I talk to them and like I meet them in matches and they're like, oh, thanks for the mod. And it's just such a smaller, more enjoyable community. What the hell is this? Oh, it's the Firefly bush. I hadn't seen one in game. That's cool. Maybe because I've been stuck on 1.20.1 because of Chrysalis. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I don't give a fuck anymore. I just do this for the fun of developing. That's why I decided not to update Chrysalis Utils instantly, and I stand by that. Just a morbid curiosity of how things will go without Chrysalis Utils. Because if I were to update instantly, I know I would just get like a huge download spike like in World War One from all the new players and everyone trying to get an edge over each other. But like, what's the point? Is that tadpole eggs? No, that's just... How the... Oh, the flung water. So... Yeah. It's just... I miss the old people. I really do. But most of them have quit or are barely active. Maybe I should move on. But I have given you guys the promise that if I ever move on, I will make Chrysalis Utils open source again. So you can continue updating it and doing whatever you want. You know, the code isn't the best, but it's good enough. It's pretty legible, I'd say. So, yeah, I updated Kit Sorter because I just think Kit Sorter is cool. Also, I figured I'd tell you guys, whoever the hell's watched this far of the Oreo Yap session, that I have made a Chrysalis Util server-side alternative. Also, if you're video switching, that's not just you, that's just my game being laggy as fuck. I hope you're not actually watching the gameplay because it's not worth it. So, you know, it's been a ride. Chrysalis was the first thing that got me to even start programming and modding in the first place. But, you know, I feel like once I get to university, I don't think I'll have time to keep helping development. Which is in 2 years. God. Time has gone really fast. I was 16 when I played in AOD 2. That's crazy. It really has been. Wow. I've gotten so far. That's fun to think about. You know, I know I sound depressed, but it's just because everyone around me is sleeping, and if I wake anyone up, I'm just gonna get murdered. So, I'm not, I'm not sad. I'm just being quiet. I know a lot of people say I sound depressed like this. You've probably just heard me like scream and energetic and whatnot, but you know, I'm like half whispering right now, and my voice is super raspy when I do that. Yeah, time really does move fast. Is that really a one vein? Wow. Okay, game. I see how it is. You clearly don't like me. Ah. Am I on peaceful? I haven't seen a single mob. I did see that one drowned. Normal. That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't play hard mode, I'm a pussy. Also, like, I never really could enjoy Chrysalis that much from the, like, try-hard perspective. I'm not really that good at video games, as some of you might have noticed. Being good at clicking in video games has never been exactly something I'm proud about. Oh, there's the Minecraft music. And there's the mobs. So, yeah, I don't really have... Do I? Yeah, it's just really not the same, man. I remember when I got into the dev team for the first time, and I made siege ladders, and I watched basically nobody use them, and I was like, okay, people clearly don't understand how strong these are. And then the only people that used them were like competent nations. I specifically remember that one clip we got in Macedon, where somebody placed like one siege ladder, and there was like 20 people climbing up into the Athens walls. That was really fun. It was the first time I felt proud of what I had created, and I was like really bad at programming back then. Like, siege ladders were not well programmed at all, which is a good thing. If you look back onto stuff and you see that you did it terribly back then, it means you've improved, which is always a good thing. It's just that after you hit specific milestones, everything just feels empty, you know? Download numbers start feeling empty, like, oh wow, where's it? 6,000. Cool. Just moved on with my day. Breaking 1K was super cool. Well, maybe I should cut that out, but it can't be asked to edit. So, yeah, man. Yeah. I will update Chrysalis Suitos at some point. I still want to keep that as like an ongoing project, just to have it. Although I am completely out of stuff to add, I feel like I've added anything useful that isn't cheats. That's why I won't be adding an RD calculator like so many people asked. That does classify as cheats. To anyone that doesn't know, yes, that's not. Anything that can predict artillery fire is classified as cheats. For us, it's at least. Chrysalis has always been on that like weird edge. I swear I heard something. Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Plot twist, I had the Herobrine mod on all along. Yeah, it's like getting big downloads isn't fun. It's fun when I see people use my mods. So like download numbers don't tell you anything. But when you see like the chat get flooded with ping messages, or a more recent, oh god, I'm actually gonna die. Nerf Tridents, Mojang, please. A more recent alternative in Rumble that I made was client host info. It was a mod that just tells you a trivial piece of information, whether you're a client or hosting, which is admittedly pretty useful in Rumble, right? But it was my first ever mod. Stupid simple. Oh, I'm actually getting murked today. Oh god, I only know how to kite and don't starve. Okay. Not even close. So I made this mod called client host info that just puts like a yellow text box telling you if you're client or host, which in Rumble is pretty important to know. Right, and there's like other ways without mods to find out by just looking at how you're in the map. But it makes it far easier when you have like a text box on the wall that just tells you, right? And ever since, it's gotten like 200 downloads, which is pretty high for Rumble standards. And like half of the clips that people share just have this yellow text box on the wall. And I feel so proud every time I see it. Because it's like, it's when you see like somebody in game and in Chrysalis or you talk to them, they feel just like just a random person. Whereas when you're playing a VR game in Rumble, especially which is like a VR fighting game, every person feels so much more real, if that makes sense. You just sort of, because if you want to play with them, you will actually see them, you'll see their play style, you'll see what tricks they have up their sleeve, you talk to them while you fight, right? There's basically no negative interactions. It's just playing with each other and teaching each other. The entire point of Rumble. Whereas in Chrysalis, it's like, it's beating other people and then egoing and then, coping about who actually won the war and who did better. And it's just a huge dick measuring competition, pretty much. It always has been. It's been 20 minutes and I don't even have full iron. That is crazy. Speaking of being terrible at Minecraft. Ooh. Ooh, that looks nice. So yeah, it's been... Even though I'm making a slightly depressing video, like my life has been great so far. I managed to salvage school because I was not doing well in programming school because I spent too much time actually programming instead of doing assignments, which is pretty ironic. They have like some assignment to make a basic hello world in Python, and I'm just making Minecraft mods with thousands of downloads. Always felt. And then obviously I get like 5% because I never actually bothered to make the assignment. That's just how it is when you're too good. Oh, you got up here. Hi. Oh god. Don't blow up my furnaces, please. Oh, there's 2 of you, that's great. So... yeah, no. I'll see how things go. Yeah, so about the Chrysalis utils, the Chrysalis future in general, I'll keep doing stuff, but you know, don't expect me to be very active. I'll just sort of be there, you know, and I don't respond to pings that much because it's usually just some random saying something stupid. The Chrysalis fall off is crazy. Chrysalis hasn't even fallen off. It's better than ever, tech-wise, server-wise, basically in every way. It's just that back in my day, you know, it's probably just nostalgia. Because I was like a stupid child back then, I would make stupid decisions. One of those being spending way too much time on a block game server. The mouse cursor doesn't... I made a second pickaxe. I'm actually brain dead. Holy fuck. And I only have 1 air. Oh, yeah. I don't... Oh, hi. Thank you, eating. I don't know if I want to end this or say something else. I don't know if I have much else to say. Other than just like keep yapping about the people that I miss the most. But there's quite a few of them that I'm thinking back, like... Let me think. I'm gonna name drop everyone that I've missed talking to. So Creeper's definitely up there. Boyman too, surprisingly, even though he's been an asshole since I joined Card. I miss when I used to talk to him regularly, and it was just having fun on Chrysalis, just winning fights. I miss... you know, even Uni. I know I could just like DM Uni and talk anytime because he's actually active. I just sort of don't have a reason to, and I don't. Because I haven't really been on that much anyway. You know, so Creeper, Boyman, Uni, Nyx, Link to some degree. Link was fun, even once when we talked after he left Chrysalis. And looking back, he was right about a lot of things. Dude, that's such a big vein, what? That's massive. That's what she said. Yeah, who else? Yeah, I miss talking to Misty. I'm trying to remember. I have dementia. I've forgotten everyone. My entire brain is just full of Rumble people. Ugh. Let me look at my Discord real quick. I need to remember. God, I actually need to scroll down to see. Oh, you know who's left? Oh. Oh, I completely forgot their name. Jesus. I'm so stupid. Brad. Just Braders. He's like completely gone. He was also pretty fun to talk to. You know, Marcus as well. back in the day when he didn't just like have to do a massive dick measuring competition with me. Even though I'm objectively better than him in every way, shape, and form, as we all know, obviously. Oh, not bread. Maybe I didn't talk to that many people. Maybe it's just like nostalgia. There weren't that many people that I talked to. No. Mahan was pretty okay back in the day, but like, I think he was always annoying, I just never realized until it was slightly too late. And then there's like the newer people like Sam and Homer. You know, I did get to talk to them a bit in Vinovia, and that was pretty fun. Yeah, it's not really that many people. Crazy to realize. Oh, Nuke was pretty fun to talk to. He always seemed like the most reasonable of the bunch back there. You know, Zappo, even though I never really talked to him, or like I talked and he would just answer in chat like Anzi. Yeah, wow. I didn't talk to that many people. Breaking news. Huh. Maybe I'm just forgetting everyone because I have dementia. If you weren't mentioned, I'm sorry, but you probably suck. I would remember you if you were cool. Or I deliberately didn't mention you. Yeah, it's been a crazy 2 years from stupid loser that did nothing with his life to Chad coder that still does nothing with his life. Crazy evolution. Yeah, at least now I have like goals to move towards. Once you can program, it's just you make up something you want to program and you have a goal for like the next week or month. And that really helps make it because I really like working on goals. I guess it's kind of what I live for. Man, this has to be so boring to watch. I've run out of things to talk to talk about like 5 times. And I've just kept going. Oh, I got myself in a bit of a predicament here. That's 2 baby zombies. 2. Get out of here. I swear I feel like I have something else to say, but I can't put my finger on it. Now, I probably will drop some kind of like goodbye video like Cursa did. Just some overly dramatic goodbye video, even truth be told. I won't exactly miss this community that much. I will miss specific individuals more than anything, because once you remove salis, you just have no reason to talk to them, like Nyx and Misty. And Uni. Like, back when we all played, there was just always an excuse to talk to these people every day. It was fun. And I just sort of, now it would just be awkward to be like, hey, how are you doing? No. And if I had plenty of time, I probably still would. Just for the fun of it. but I have started doing stuff in the crazy world of outside. So I don't have the need to talk to anyone, which is a good thing. Oh wow. I didn't even notice I was about to break it. We should have spent some of those diamonds on... Do I survive that? Let's try. Oh, plenty. Did I just drop down into the exact same cave I was in? Yes, I did. I am so smart. I am so smart. This is putting my immense intellect at full display. Yup, this is the exact same cave. That is pretty funny. Live by the cave, die by the cave. I am running out of food, I should probably resurface. But I jumped back down like a dumbass and others mob spawning. No, if you're fast enough, mob spawning doesn't really catch up with you very easily, is what I noticed. Not right now, what I've noticed like from playing survival. Back when I did that. Oh. Oh, man. But yeah, I do have kind of a story. Salis indirectly got me a job, a part-time job at the University of Defense where I live at. I can't even go to university yet. In Czechia we have 4 years of high school, so I still actually have 1 more year. So I work at the University of Defense before even being able to go to the University of Defense. I jumped down to get the chest I had already looted. This is peak intellect right here. And I don't have a sword to break that spawner with. This is peak Minecraft gameplay. You wouldn't even get this from Technoblade himself. May his soul rest well. That's a lot of diamonds. You're watching me just painfully get like the luckiest diamond veins ever with the worst gameplay. And I've run out of food. I might actually die by the cave. That is interesting. No, I've also noticed that, which is probably very obvious from your perspective, that more work isn't equal to more praise or more use or more downloads. A lot of times. So like Chrysalis utils, like the base features everyone uses, are super easy to make. Like me from like 2 years ago now, or 1 year ago, I can't count. Me from 1 year ago was able to program them, which means they cannot be that difficult to make, right? And then I spent so much time and effort and like actual knowledge of Minecraft to make the kit sorter mod, because it sounds super easy to make like a set sorter, but trust me, it is a pain in the ass. I cannot understate how much of a pain making that thing has been. I did get to like design my own little algorithm for sorting, which was super fun. But yeah, most of it was just like figuring Minecraft stuff out, and it was pretty annoying. What I'm getting at is Kit Sorter is like way harder to make, but not nearly as many people will appreciate it, ever. Because like Chrysalis utils anyone can download and will get use out of, right? Obviously hitbox colors, pings, all of that. But kit sorter, you need like one kit sorter guy for every nation, maybe two. So there's like, I think there's like 60 downloads on kit sorter, maybe even less, maybe 20. And that's all there will ever be because not that many people sort sets. And same goes for another Rumble mod that I made, like client host info. I made super easy because it's just a text box that appears in a part of the map whilst you fight. And then I made like a full-on MP3 player in-game so you could play back your music. And that has like the custom battle music has like I don't even remember the numbers. It's like 200, 300 downloads, something like that. And then the custom battle music one has like 80. And I spent 10 times more time designing that one. You know, this is kind of a stupid fear I have that my first ever project that was stupid easy will be the best project that I ever make for the Rumble community and the most used. Because if you add like custom battle music, it's just a mod that you download and use. It's just like salis utils, right? You download it, you use it, and that's it. With other stuff, with like the custom battle music and, you know, kit sorter, you need to download the mod. My axe is gonna break any second now. There it is. You cannot craft that before the zombie reaches because... Oh, this is how I die. Pretty pathetic way to die. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, so... Like, this random ass text box is gonna get me like... is gonna be infinitely more successful than anything I make. Because it's just stupid simple and everyone can use it. Whereas the mod, or hell, even interactive tutorials, which is a mod that I made very recently for teaching and super cool, they will both just live in the shadow of this one mod I made that took me like 30 minutes, and I made it as my first mod. And it's frustrating, but it's how the world works sometimes. You know? It's just how the world is. So yeah, that's what I have to say about modding. And like making basically anything that people will use. The amount of effort is never going to be proportional to the amount of use or appreciation you get for something. And to be fair, I did kind of not update Chrysalis utils just so that people don't have it and they realize how useful it truly is. Right, and I finally get some respect on my name for what I've done, even though I probably don't deserve it anyway. Just like, fuck you guys, you should realize how useful what I made is and stop egoing me. When you know that you need my creation to play the game properly. You don't get to ego me and use my mods. Like some people, Erwin at Mockus, for example. You don't get to do that. Yeah, that's I've come full circle from Chrysalis utils not being updated to Chrysalis utils not being updated. Oh, the new cow model, it just looks weird. Like why is that protruding? I know that makes like sense, but it's weird, dude. You're weird. Stop looking at me, you're weird. I managed to circle strafe a cow and trick stab it. If you know, you know. Yeah, so other than me hating on the Chrysalis community and me writing the Rumble community, it is that great. I cannot understate it. If you have a VR and you've been looking for a unique VR game to play, Rumble is your best bet. You can even ping me, I'll teach you. I'm super into teaching people in Rumble. It's really fun to just see them get moves down because the game is super challenging to learn. Uh, on a positive note, I'm like Jesus. I might have died, but I'm still watching from above. You guys, the Chrysalis community, I'm still judging you. I'm still there if you're at your lowest and you need help with something. I'm just not physically or visibly present. But I am here. I probably will be for a while. You're so weird. Also, I shouldn't be able to milk you because you have horns. And that's what a bull is for. Anyway. Probably a different kind of milk. The 4 a.m. brain rot is starting to hit my mind. Do I have anything else to yap about? Ooh. I should scale that as like the end to the video. Why not? I have like no blocks. Except for wood, but using wood to pillar is such a waste. Don't do that. I'll just dig my way into the mountain and climb it. Oh. If you are from Rumble and you've been just listening to me yap about something you have no idea, I appreciate your courage. I think you're very based. I love you. Yes, homo. Uh, yeah, I don't think I have much else to tell you. Just download interactive tutorials and client host info and custom battle music. All bangers. To the rest of you. To like the one of you that stuck around probably. And I might have a guess as to who actually stuck around all the way to this point. It's not your average Chrysalis player. It's probably like just one specific person. I didn't get a diamond leggings, that is so cringe. Oh, that's it. I just did that. I missed a jump on a tree 2 times. Well, wait. 32 chunks. Fuck it, Readball. I don't have Nvidium here, so everything is super laggy. But it's worth it. Just to... Dude, the fog effect, it's so annoying. I think that's just a feature of the new version. I don't like it. And there doesn't seem to be a way to disable it. Ew, what? Why would I want that? So, yeah, I'm gonna be staying in Chrysalis, at least for a bit. We gotta do the thing. I'm gonna be staying in Chrysalis and, working on my stuff, playing Rumble. I will update Chrysalis Utils to 1.21.7 at some point just to bug test it before I release the version. But yeah, you will definitely get your one war without Chrysalis Utils. And maybe with the server-side version if the 60th decides to add it in time. And no, most of you guys are cringe, but there's some of you that are based, and you know who you are. So, maybe I'll join VC at some point or like host a dev stream just for the fun of it. Just doing funny stuff, I like the last dev stream we did, which was a long time ago now, holy shit. Just reviewing stuff. Yeah. This is... Do I just jump off to end the video? Would that be fun? That should be fun, right? I managed to not die this entire video with it, which is insane, considering my crippling skill issue when it comes to mouse and keyboard games. That's it. Oh, I spawned next to an ice spike biome. I didn't even notice. Whoa. But yeah, it's summer. I'm gonna be way less active once the school year starts. You'll notice I'll be like way more active. Unless I am playing Rumble, which I might be. In which case I won't even be active then. Yeah, enjoy the iteration. I can't enjoy Chrysalis that much more anymore, but I can see how you guys would. And, I hope you're less annoying next time. A lot of things are going on in my life that I would rather not talk about. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the rant about the University of Defense. So, a bunch of school stuff happened, right? And then for school, we had to go to just some random IT-related workplace to just get a 2-week internship, which is like school mandated. We have to do that. They give us 2 free weeks and we have to get an internship. And I managed to get into the University of Defense. And the guy there, really cool. I got to like do some practical stuff with Unreal Engine, so like visualizations for stuff. And then he offered me like a part-time job because they need somebody to do... I can't exactly say what I'm doing. Like, I signed a contract and there's a clause that I'm not allowed to say what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, Chrysalis did get me a job, if you're wondering, which is crazy. Because, obviously I could flex on my CV that I was working with for a server that has thousands of clients, aka random children playing Minecraft. You always find like some way to gas up what you've done on a CV. I technically have 1 year of Java work experience now, like practical work experience. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I can't believe it myself. Now to become less antisocial and find like a boyfriend. I'll see. No, I want to end this on a positive note. Like, things have been going pretty well. and then I'll leave for university, and that's gonna be even more hype because I'll get to see what university is like and study computer science. It's all gonna go great. But you know, some stuff has to be left in the past, and Chrysalis might be one of those things soon. Wow, it's a hour-long yap. That is crazy. Nobody's watching till the end for this one. Yeah, that was like completely unedited rant about random shit and how stuff doesn't feel the same and how I don't play Chrysalis. And I'm gonna keep going on in circles like a doofus. I might as well end it and go to sleep. Like I should have. You know. Uh, enjoy the next Chrysalis iteration. I probably won't play much because it's summer and I don't play that much Chrysalis. And no, see you around. Just don't DM me about like random ticket related stuff or like, oh my god, fix your mod. You know, I'll just not friend you. It's that simple. This is how I solved people spamming me. I just disabled my DMs and I added like the little clause on my. I added the little warning on my about me. A lot of people in Rumble ask, and I'm like, yeah, we better not talk about that community. They're kind of weird, you know. They're just Nazis. So you know, I'm trying to hide my Chrysalis past and my experiences from them because that's pretty embarrassing. Oh, you know, I used to play on a neo-Nazi Minecraft server that came from 4chan. Especially now, how people are just like actually Hitler LARPing. It's crazy. But we're literally going back to Incraft slowly, just to appease like the alt-right morons that want to LARP as Hitler. You guys do you. I will be. If it goes much farther, I might just leave. We'll see. Ending with this beautiful soundtrack. I think this one is. I think this one is Mice on Venus. If I remember correctly, something like that. It definitely has to do with mice. Alright. See ya. I'll just end on this beat because it would be a shame not to. I thought it was gonna end right now. Alright. It's time. Oh, this sound brings back so many memories. I need to end this. Oh god. Oh. I'm gonna instantly upload this to YouTube so that I don't like get secondhand embarrassment watching it and just don't. Just to have it out, you know. Alright, see ya.